So as I said, we always want to start in our heart space. So when we're in our heart, and you've, I'm sure, experienced this in your own communications with other humans, when we're having those conversations and we're just butting heads, we're not hearing one another, we're not in our heart space. We're really frustrated, we're angry, we're scared. Often we're scared. Our wounds are triggered. But if we can move into what we call heart coherence, I kind of use these words synonymously: heart coherence, heart intelligence, heart space. If we can move into that place, it allows us to connect more easily with one another. And it allows that communication to flow between us. So I always say when I teach plant communication, I'm really teaching human relationships. So because all of these things help us have better communications with our loved ones or strangers. So there's many, many ways that we can get into this heart coherence. And I just want to say that there's a lot of science behind this. Heart Math, if you don't know, Heart Math Institute, they've been studying this for over 30 years and they have great resources. And it's also very intuitive. So there are many ways to get into that heart coherence. The easiest way that I find is through gratitude. And all we do is simply say, you can speak it out loud, you can say it internally, or write what you are grateful for. And in the beginning, it might take 30 seconds, a minute. If you're in a real stressful moment, well, let's just take a time here. Let's just pause, and we're just going to internally think of everything that you are grateful for. And the key part to this is at some point you're going to feel a physiological shift. So for me, my breathing slows. I start breathing out on my belly. My shoulders drop. My hands feel bigger. My feet feel bigger. And sometimes it can even be a little painful in my heart. It feels like my heart's expanding. If you're trying to do this, if you're trying to get into your heart when you're really stressed, or when you're, you got a list of everything possible that you have to do, the weight of the world's on your shoulders, sometimes it's hard to shift into your heart space. So it's recommended to write down when you're feeling good. Write down like 15, 20 things that you're grateful for and carry that list with you, because then you can pull it out. And it does help, because sometimes, and it's true for me, not so much anymore, but sometimes I would go into like, what am I grateful for? And like, nothing. There's nothing to be grateful for. There's this and this and this. And, we could all go there. So it's just good. Those are the times that we really need to be focused on gratitude. And then the more you do this, the easier you find to move into that heart coherence. So sometimes you might only need to say one or two things, and it's just like, whew, okay, we're there. But you're looking for that physiological shift. I want to give you one other way. Again, there's many ways to get into there, but another one of my favorite ways is just to think about a time that was just, you really experienced bliss, or was just so wonderful. You felt that oneness, and really think about that moment and bring it in. So you're reliving it. So like each of your cells vibrates with that energy. And that can also help us to shift into it. And for me, we have a new grandbaby. He's a little over a year old. And so holding him, it's just like, that's immediate heart right there. That's just a bundle of love. So all I have to do is think about holding him, and I'm right. My heart's open, my shoulders dropped, hands large.